Tēnā tātou, nau mai, hoki mai ki te kēmu mutunga o te rā tuarua. Kei Rotorua tātou. The last game of the day, what a game to finish up. Whangarei Boys High School versus Auckland Boys Grammar School. My name is Sean Wilkie and I'm joined in commentary today with Maya Williams. Tēnā koe Maya.
Tēnā koe Hill. They say they leave the best to last, and having a look at the results of both of these teams, pretty even over the first day and a half, so hopefully like our last game, a really close battle. I have no doubt it's going to be a super quick game, and I feel sorry for the three referees that you see out there, Brett Crinton, Adrian Brown and Holly Thomas. And obviously when you have a quality game like this on hand, you need quality refs. It's a great group of refs there, led by Adrian, I would imagine. He's been around a long time, a great man. That's the cool. Whenever Adrian come across the ref my team, I was always stoked because you knew what he was going to do was the same all the time. He never played any more of a part, what they used to say. My coach used to say to me at rugby, there's 31 people on the field, so play your 131st and you'll be right. You're not number one. So he's a great man for the job. Looking forward to this last of our live stream games on day 2. And the Suns decided to come out for it as well.
No, we're very lucky to finish off day 2 with such a great matchup here this afternoon, starting with the team list for the Auckland Boys Grammar School, starting with the coach. Noted down there is Zach King. I've been told that he is one of the coaches alongside Latoya McIntyre. We're very lucky to have Latoya down here, the Touch Black Open Women's coach. And a special mention to their assistant manager, Matt Cumming. Very big shout out to you, my friend. The names to look out for: Lawson Pryor, Boston Crone, Quinn Marcella and Preston Broadhurst.
I went across to talk to the Whangarei Boys High School coach. I talked to Corey Anderson. I said, who's the guns in the team? And he said, we've only got 16. Sorry, mate. So he circled them all. I said, oh, no, there you go. I like it. In fact, all the coaches have pretty much said that to me when I've asked. But he said, Rhythm Tawaglasi and Toko Titor are two that have been really on form today. Probably their key stroke players on attack and the leaders within the team. So they're two names that we need to be looking out for in this game, whānau. And I've no doubt these boys will have their hands on the ball more than anyone.
No, absolutely. We've got a very good matchup here as we see Auckland Grammar looking to take the tap off from the start at halfway here. Only 30 minutes left for the day for these boys, but no doubt that they will come out guns blazing and they will give us one epic matchup, Maya.
Yep, really looking forward to it. I was going to ask you this earlier in the day. Have you ever refereed?
I have refereed only at a social tournament, and I think it was President's grade, and they were all the local club members down at the Kaurutanga Rugby Club, and to be fair, they told me pretty quickly that I should be sticking to touch.
I was going to say, did you get some really good feedback like I did for 23 years?
I mean, hat off to the referees for sure. It is a very, very tough job. The comments you get tend to be more constructive feedback as opposed to positive feedback, but they do such a fantastic job, and as we'll see here in the last game of today. As we see Auckland Grammar marching up the field, the ball in the hands of number 10, Preston Broadhurst. He will be a big threat in the game. Oh, unfortunately, just a lack of composure there. Not quite the call they wanted.
Maka Whakamua, our first forward pass of the game. We didn't get one of these last game, and we got one in the first set of this game. So we've made up for it. Whānau forward pass. Maka Whakamua. Oh, beautiful little pass there. Nice catch.
Yeah, we see Whangarei boys already getting on the outside of Auckland Grammar. They look to do a press defence early on, but Whangarei matching it quite well. Unfortunately, a little error there. These boys from the Auckland Grammar team look like they may have come from the first 15 training or a successful season nonetheless. A massive team that they've fielded out there today. Whangarei boys going to be matching it based on the skill, I have no doubt.
Straight away, there's an increase in physicality. We just see these touches. Sometimes I wonder how they get the ball away with how strong the defender comes in, but that's what you have to be. Both players have to make sure they're physically ready. As we see a nice little break. This will be for offside, I imagine.
Yeah, as we see Quinn Marcella straight through into the end goal there. First time, I think, with ball in hand, and he is going to be quite the attacking threat throughout this game. As he plays half there, just trying to find the link chopper. Ball not quite going to hand there, but early attacks threat coming in on the first half here.
Whangarei boys working their way off their defensive scoreline. Great lift there from the number 5. Oh, did he get him? Yes, he did get him. That was really good. Just stopped, and that's 20 metres less that Whangarei boys high.
Yeah, Carlton Williams Yates there with a great diving touch. Normally what you're doing at the later end of the set, but he dove and he made a great touch there with Whangarei boys with a great pass and wrap. He's got a bit of footwork on the outside here. Matched well there by Auckland Grammar. A very strong touch, which I think he's given away a penalty there.
Yeah, not necessary, is it? On the last touch, nothing was on. Play was pretty static. Could have just made the touch and then there would have been a turnover. But they've given Whangarei the opportunity with a fresh set down the attacking scoreline. As we see, Ben Godfrey. Parangi looks for the long pass. Good catch there by Saunders. Parangi now with the ball. Henare, Parangi. Good drive. Coming back to the left-hand side. Nice touch there. Good defence. Really connected there, the Auckland Grammar team. As you'd expect, coached by our open women's coach, Latoya.
Yeah, just solid, stable defence there. Right from the middle out to our wingers. All of them very well connected in this Auckland Grammar side as they march up the field, choosing to go up the middle before they come to this wing side, as we see the fresh legs coming in the form of Preston Broadhurst. Solid platform set through the middle here. Ball going to the middle to Boston Crone. Out to the 32 channel. Touch 5 is the call. Boston Crone scooping through straight into the end goal. Looking to free someone up. A great try. Te piro tuatahi o te kemu whakamutunga Storm Peita crosses the line for Auckland Grammar.
Yeah, not sure who it is in the background here from the Whangarei team. It might be number 12, Ben Godfrey, but it looked like someone had their foot stood on and just couldn't quite keep up. As we see there, oh, poor Ben there, just on his chase. The knee gets wrenched to the side, straight through the gap there for the first touch-in of the game. Auckland Boys Grammar 1-0. Whangarei straight back on attack.
See it getting organised down in the middle there by Caleb Rust as he comes down on the 32 short play. A bit of footwork, early release. Oh, a great chop line. Unable to hold on to that one, but I think read well there by the Auckland Grammar defence.
Yeah, had that covered for sure, even if the ball did go to hand. That's a very, very strong touch from the number, it looks like 81. Must be number 1.
Te kaha hoki o ngā pā I roto I tēnei kēmu. There's no love lost between these two sides as we close out the day. Still a lot of energy out there, and I'm sure as he just puts the ball to ground, Auckland Grammar will get a reset coming out of just the opposing side of halfway.
Yeah, Caleb Russ nearly had the intercept, but unfortunately couldn't quite get it before it went to ground. There he is, working hard, trying to make up for that turnover. Auckland Grammar now just taking their time, getting into the right parts. Oh, too easy. As we see the touchdown there from number 6, Quinn Masila.
And I think the ref's done a good job of covering what seemed to be a bit of a slam dunk there. Maya, I don't know if that would have been the put down of choice, but he could have walked that in, couldn't he?
Yeah, definitely could have.
But Quinn Masila just directing the play there, going at dummy half, a nice easy walk in for a try. I think he's going to be a pivotal role there for them at the dummy half position.
2-0, Auckland Boys Grammar. Whangarei, they went to this a little bit early on the last set, didn't quite get it. Ooh, did the defender get back the whole way? No. The referee agrees. Potentially could have been a play through there for the touchdown, but at least Whangarei have got the penalty.
Yeah, no, I thought Reef Sofala did well to come round on a sweep there. Probably a pre-organised play that looked to be quite good. Catching the Auckland Grammar defence just offside, and I could have thought there would have been a play-through call there.
Oh, do we have a touchdown there? Not quite. Good defence again there from number 4, Boston Crone. Setting things up. Backdoor play. Gives it to the backdoor. Rapper looking for drawn pass. Good reach out there from the link defender for Auckland Grammar. Was connected enough to force the pass, but always knew he had things covered.
Yeah, Whangarei boys looking threatening in the late in that attack piece there, as Auckland Grammar look to come out hard of their half as the ball in the hands of Preston Broadhurst are looking to get a little bit closer to their box to make it a little bit easier for their subbers coming on. Whangarei boys doing well to prevent that.
Williamson Yates, he was the one who made that great touch earlier. I think he might have dislocated his finger on his left hand, so he's got the right shoulder taped up, the right wrist taped up, and now he's got the little finger on the left hand that's sore too. He leaves it all out on the field, doesn't he? See here the number 8, Ethan Halapiapi.
Yeah, he's running some great lines there, isn't Ethan? He set up that try earlier a couple of minutes ago for Marcella. He seems to be quite a strike weapon for the Auckland Grammar side here in the middle.
Good D here from Auckland Grammar. There's our man, yes. Good touch. Got the off the mark call there, did number 5, Kelton Williamson Yates.
Yeah, he seems to be defending quite well out on that left link side. And just a mention to this Auckland Grammar side, when talking to the coaches just before the game, they were telling me that they had 4 year 9s a part of this team and 2 year 10s, so relatively young, and they're looking forward to be building for the future, as they haven't been on show too much here at the Nationals in the past, but they're looking forward to building what could be a very great future for touch at Auckland Grammar. As we see that man again, Boston Crone into the in goal. Plenty of time on the ball. Foot might have just gone on the line there, Maya.
That would have been interesting to see if the support player caught that and dotted it down, because we've definitely seen that orange boot. He needs to wear black one so it blends in with the dead ball line. I tell you what, I can't help but when I look at Williamson Yates, number 5, and just his work rate, both ends of the field, and think of Matty Stockman. I remember reffing, and I'm sure he would have made all 6 touches if the other defenders let him. He's just got a huge work rate, and you're someone who plays with him. What is it like playing with someone with just that? Not only is he incredible at what he does, but just the work rate that he has.
Yeah, no, it's a very valuable asset to have. It's something that I guess you can't really coach, is that work ethic. And you did right there with Williamson Yates. I had the privilege of coaching the Mauri Metro Touch men's team with Luke Chapman, and Williamson Yates was one of the trialists and played for the second team there, and he was truly a very, very talented young man. He was out on the wing there, and he just went and went and went all day. He has quite the engine on him.
Bit of a fake pickup play. I'm not sure if that was intentional, but it looked good anyway. You see there, number 12, again, just was carrying that injury from that last set of defence. Ooh, a late pass there from Tamatoa, Hebden, Pinitua. Auckland straight back into it. Look at them. Second touch on the 10-metre line. Fortunate there. Select a little bit of accuracy. Whangarei. Auckland Grammar only got 4 players on the field. You see them rushing on from the sideline. They want to go to their right or set something up for it. Tobias Marsh. You'd definitely love to pick the ball up behind him, setting things up for you, wouldn't you?
Oh, absolutely.
That'd be a stable roll ball.
There's nothing better than having a platform set to you as a strike player that is clean, fast, and it just allows you to have what we've seen all weekend. Very just fluid play. It seems like the players have so much time on the ball. I said it before, it looks like they're running in slow motion because they just are running so effortlessly, you know, and they have so much time there on the ball.
Toko Tito there, the number 9.
Oh, that's great footwork. A great covering touch made there by Marcella, but a great looking option there for Whangarei boys. Yeah,
looking forward to seeing what Toko Tito can do after the coach's big raps on the young man. See him here. Oh, was that a great touch? No. Great timing there from Toko Tito. The coach gave him some raps and he said, "It's just facts, coach."
Absolutely. When we look at the replay here, the previous play, they went from a 33 play. This time they go to the 32 play, and it just pays dividends for them there. The crossing over for the Piro Tuatahi Motetsima North Whangarei Boys High School.
2-1. Only one in it. That pass looked tight.
And there it is again, Maya, the president of the Slam Dunk Committee. What do you think of that one?
I'm thinking we're going to give them, I'm going to write in a submission that they're worth half a point. Nah, beautifully set up there from the inside man. We see number, I'm sure that said 41, but there's no 41. Oh, there we go, Lawson Pryor.
I heard whispers that there happened to be a lost jersey or something along those lines, but we can't take away from the fact that it was a great setup and just a great play by Auckland Grammar there with a huge slam dunk to finish.
Here we see Auckland Grammar getting to start their set just inside their own defensive half. Should get a couple of cracks here at the end of this at least. As we see the number 7, Kobe Phillip. Haven't really said too much. Number 4 has really impressed me. Boston Crone just sneaking around the short side, gets the ball, looking for space. Good. Ooh. Just a little bit of, I think the wind blew Boston over there, which forced them to lean into the number 9. I'm pretty sure that's Toko Tito of the Whangarei Boys High team. Forward pass. Yeah, you can almost tell they're going to happen. I know. Referring, you just see the body position of the player who's going to receive the ball back, generally off a quickie, and you just know if they pass it, it's going to be a forward pass.
Yeah, an unlikely error there from the trio that was out there in the likes of Marcella and Broadhurst, all of which playing for quite prestigious clubs throughout the Auckland region, the likes of Elements and Galaxy, so they do have quite a lot of experience at the higher level of touch in Tamaki Makoto. So to see them out here playing for Auckland Grammar is awesome, and we look to see, hopefully, as they dominate throughout for Auckland Grammar. But for now, we are back with Whangarei Boys High, hoping to see what they can put on display as they did not long ago on the 7-metre line.
Caleb Rust and Parangi working together. Rust again. Ooh.
Hard luck there. Flying defence came up, forced them to choose an option. The vision was right, just not quite the execution there.
Just over a minute to go. Each team will at least get one more set each. Whangarei Boys High really need to ensure that they can repel this attack. They won't wanting to be going down 4-1 into the halftime break. Last touch here for Auckland Grammar. Oh, they had a touch.
And there's that intercept we talked about in the previous games. We haven't seen many today in the later end of the games, but picked off in the lane, which gives Whangarei Boys a bit of an advantage heading up the field.
I actually think it was Caleb Rust that actually tipped that pass, and then it went on to one of his teammates, as we see Toko Tito back into the middle of the field here, setting things up with Jordan Lee.
Yeah, it just looks like he has that little bit of footwork that we know those boys from up in Whangarei do have up from the far north, the likes of the Kake boys, and most specifically their father up from the far north there.
Yeah, Corey Anderson wanted to make a big shout out to the Whangarei Boys High School kura for all their support, and to the Triple T Association and everyone in that province just for helping these boys get here. Hooter about to go. Do we get a buzzer beater here as we see the man we've spoken a lot about, the number 5 from Auckland Grammar, Williamson Yates, just racing through there right at the end. Still had the ball in his hand as we see him here. Gets one more yard. That's a relatively straight pass, just so much gas here. Williamson Yates looking to link up with, and who does he link up with but one of the other key players in the team, Boston Crone, which ensure that Auckland Grammar go into this halftime break with a 5-1 lead.
Get Christmas ready with our lowest prices. This is the perfect time to set up for Christmas. Lighting can really help make those really special moments. Decorations just to make things look pretty. You want to make sure that everything's right. We can help you make it a Christmas to remember.
Get the turkey on the smoker barbecue, $199. Relax on this timber bench set, $299. Be sun safe with a 2.5 metre market umbrella, $59.
Where you find a competitor's lower price on the same stocked item, we'll beat it by 15%. Lowest prices are just the beginning.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through tough times. It's a real privilege, but you know, for us, we want to see others getting involved in this. This is not a selfish thing for Apollo. This is about how can we get, whether it's construction or other businesses, to get involved in this.
There's a lot of things that kids miss out on, and so to have businesses step up and want to be involved and to help is a game changer for schools. It really is.
This isn't about printing. It's about better results with over 90 offices right across the country in residential, commercial and rural.
Nau mai, hoki mai te whānau. Kua ki te mātou I te maha o ngā pūkinga kaha enei tama no ngā hatima no Whangarei. Me tāmaki makaudo, we've seen some great skills on display. A simple message coming from the box on the Auckland Grammar side was head down, nono up, and just keep working hard, do the basics well, control the controllables, and the 1%ers, Maya.
I'm not sure if you've seen in that shot just before the game started, but that rubbish bin was holding up one of the longest serving referees in New Zealand history, Mr. Paul Viles, a man very proud to come from the mighty Manawatu. He was obviously on this field to do a bit of coaching for these three referees, and it's good to see that our rubbish bins not only collect our rubbish, but hold up our referee coaches.
Absolutely. And as we see Toko, Tito in the middle there again, nothing's changed. He is the go-to. They look to go to him again. He's going to come on a backdoor sweep here. Very dangerous with ball in hand. He's done well to get to the line there, just unfortunately losing his footing.
One thing I've been really impressed with all the games yesterday and today is the spirit in which it's been played with, and this too. Something just tells me that there's a little bit more energy in this game where we might see our first forced sub. I hope I'm wrong. I think I'm 0 for 100 with my predictions over the last few tournaments, so I hope this one isn't right either as we see Ags getting into their structures.
Kei te mōhio a hau e poho keraru ana I enei tama ngō te far north. They are very proud up there, and they will never take a bow to these tama, these tāne no Tamaki Makoto, as we see them go on a great pick there. A bit of a long-range scoop, a little bit of off-the-ball play here and there that the camera doesn't quite pick up, a little bit of emotion in it, but that's what makes these games all the worthwhile tuning in for.
Yeah, absolutely. It means these kids care, and it's good to see. Obviously, we always want it to be to the appropriate levels, and it has been, which again, really proud to be involved in a sport that just develops a spirit amongst all of our players. Ooh.
Yeah, as we see Pryor going in there for that left to right long ball that we've seen all day long. The space opening up out wide. Unfortunately, ball not going to hand as Whangarei get possession of the ball to work their way up the field and look for another strike here as Tito finishes his drive and exits the field as the next set comes on. Some fresh legs coming, but the referee has seen something there in the play.
Maka Whakamua, forward pass. Unfortunate there. You talked about the Whangarei coach telling the team, head down, nono up. It's definitely what they've come out in the second half and started doing. Just unfortunately, the timing wasn't quite right between the dummy half and the runner. Auckland, great opportunity.
Yeah, powerful set coming on here through Crone, Marcela, and Williamson Yates. I'm sure that we will have Crone facilitating majority of the attack here as he goes low. Oof. It was that man, Quinn Marcela, again. This time I don't think we've seen the slam dunk, Maya.
No, that was a really, really good try. Just again, everyone knew what they were up to, knew their jobs, and they got their spacing right. So we've seen here, just beat the defender. You talk about the gates yesterday, just got disconnected between the two defenders, heaps of space to step off his right, and easy put down.
Yeah, we saw Boston Crone in that dummy half there, just holding his space well off the ruck, which opened that hole coming round on the back door there, giving him quite an easy put over yet again. 4-1 the score. Whangarei boys taking on the 7 of Auckland Grammar here.
This is our 12th game out of the 2 days we've been here on the live stream. You've seen a lot of teams playing, a lot of players playing. I'll give you a little bit of time to think. Who's your performance of the last 2 days so far, as we see Auckland Grammar working their way off their line after a really good set of defence. Whangarei definitely have become a lot more direct with their attack.
Yeah, just while we've got a break in the play there, Maya, I can't go far past the Ngātai Wahine, who played just before us. Losing 2 players, their second time on the live stream. However, they showed us a lot of mana and exactly why that they are so proud to be here representing their whānau, their marae, their hapu, as highlighted by their coaches. But for me, the game that I've seen so far was the Southland boys, who are looking a very, very strong team and a force to be reckoned with. As we see Whangarei boys here coming up to the 7, coming down the lane. A great ball. Ooh, unlucky there. I think our winger, Tamatoa, just might have overrun the play there just a little bit. A good play as we see Whangarei boys working through the middle of the field to get the fresh set of subbers on. Going back to the middle of the field. A little bit of a different subbing play we've seen here, Maya. What do you think? Do you think teams are finding a little bit more ground by going back to the centre as opposed to coming all the way to the side of the field?
Come back to that question in a sec, as we see the number 41 from Auckland Grammar get through, just using his pace and then linking up with his left-hand winger for the easy touchdown. Lawson Pryor set a few up in the first half, and he sets this one up. Just gas again, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just picking the right holes, getting through, worrying about getting through first before he's worrying about who he can link up with. Once he gets back into the in goal, then he's starting to look and takes his time. Again, that word patience comes to mind and makes the right option. Passes out to number 14, Quinlan Tatamaki, for a great dot down and 6-1. Auckland Grammar up against Whangarei High. Back to your question. Whenever I'd ref New Zealand teams and they'd always go to the box.
Yep.
Whether that be in a domestic tournament like at a nationals or at internationals. Whereas the Australian teams, and particularly in the open men's grade, which I did a few more games of, they were pretty much always down the middle. And I tell you, it's 1,000 times harder to ref when the team comes down the middle at you than it is when one goes to the sub box. I also felt that there was probably a lot more yards gained and momentum created for the attack at the end by the teams that did come down the middle. So in the short amount of time in doing the commentary, whenever I see a team go up the middle, that's a New Zealand team, it's always something that you're not expecting. And yeah, I definitely think it's something that's really valuable.
For sure. I think it's an asset that Auckland Grammar has implemented here. No doubt it's come through the coach, Latoya McIntyre there. And it has shown to be an asset. I guess you catch the defence napping a little bit. Those middles think they get a little bit of a rest there. No, they have a team coming full steam at them. As we see a penalty given away there. Tito just couldn't quite get out of the ruck, I don't think. Just, again, the heat coming on by the Auckland Grammar. Boston Crone taking a very strong drive there. I think, to be honest, that is what gained them the penalty. Yes, the quick speed out of the dummy half, but a great plant from Crone.
Yeah, Crone, he's key player for this team. He's performed really well. Here he is again. I have no doubt this is coming to him. Unlucky. Would have been in space there.
Yeah, we see quite a strong attacking crew on here of Tasmania, Crone and Williamson Yates. It could go through any three of them, so Whangarei will have to defend well here. As we see Tito step up to make his touch. Crone goes short side. Footwork to get into the end goal. Finds a free player and a great touch there by the Whangarei boys winger to cause the handover. Ball not given back. They get March 10, and here comes Whangarei.
You like the addition to the move the mark 10 metres forward?
Absolutely. I think it's only fair, especially when teams want to play at such a high tempo and keep the flow rolling. If that ball isn't given back in a sportsmanlike manner, sometimes accidentally, that 10 metres can be a very, very great advantage.
Nice yard there from the number 10 from Whangarei Boys High. Good momentum. They want to keep rolling into this. Hopefully they don't pull back. Great drive there. Goes to the outside. Crone. Probably a hard man to beat on defence is Boston Crone.
Yeah, he looks to be very stable out there. As you see in that ruck he just played, he's quick to get the ball to the ground, and he's just very stable and strong in his ruck, both on defence and attack. As we see, Whangarei, they had great shape coming in on that attack. Unfortunately, unable to convert into a try, but good promising signs. We see Auckland Grammar coming down the field. Quick hands again. I think that one just travelling forward, Maya.
The wind must have changed direction to that quick split second. Going back to the yards going up the middle, you play for one of the best clubs in New Zealand and one of the best provinces. Do you use yard through the middle, or is it just like what we see here, mostly go to the box?
We take a lot of our inspiration specifically through our provincial team, through a few of the clubs over in Australia. Doyleson is one of the main ones, and they are renowned for working in that 75 channel, that being the link channel on the far side, where we try to exploit both sides of the field, a bit of variation, and keep the opposing team guessing. And then, depending on what team we're versing, we also tend to change it out. As we see Auckland Grammar with some great hands.
Beautiful hands.
In the corner there. Just catch and pass. And those are the basics that you work on at the start of training, when you're playing with your futu paoro at lunchtime, whatever it is, catch and pass is your bread and butter, isn't it, Maya?
Yeah, totally. And all the good teams, you don't see them doing anything incredibly dynamic and stepping everyone and throwing everything. It's just doing the little things right, and the space opens up itself if you're running in the right channel. So out to I think, 7-1 lead there for Auckland Boys Grammar.
And going back to our question there, Maya, who do you see as being, over these last 2 days, a standout for you performance-wise on a whole team?
For me, it's from the Trident team. And number 3, Collier. She just looked like she didn't even know she was at Nationals, because she was just having so much fun. It was just like she was in the park with her whānau. They split up into 2 teams. It's like, great hit back there from Whangarei Boys High. Number 10, Henare Pārangi.
A great try there from the Whangarei Boys High team. They have been looking threatening through this middle passage quite often here. We see them come on the sweep, just the step back check, and a nice dive over, and a great finish. Piro ki te tima no Whangarei Boys.
Timely hit back, straight into it. Auckland Boys Grammar.
Oh, and there's that same player we saw earlier in the game. Just that faking coming down the lane, a little bit of just IQ there to fake that player. He's given it back inside, and a simple follow play. That's experience, I think, there, Maya.
He had me fooled because he sort of stopped and didn't press it down. I thought he got touched, but the defender just ran straight to the sub box, and then he put it down in his own time.
Yeah, Whangarei will be a little bit disappointed with that after coming off the back of such a strong try. A coach always told me that you only get to count the try if you go back and defend it as well.
Whangarei hit off to the left-hand side. Little bit of ad-lib touch there.
Fortunately, the ball going to ground. Bit of a cheeky pass in the air there. Ooh, they're lucky to get away with that one.
That wind's just turning around in crazy directions, isn't it?
Oh, and we've got a little cheeky down the sideline here. We've seen that a few times this morning.
That's one thing from with my referee's head on. I always wondered when a dummy half could see the person was in front of them and they would still pass them. I always wondered what was going through a person's mind to go through with that.
Yeah, no, I think you're dead right there. Sometimes in the heat of the moment, you just think, get the ball out of my hands, especially if there's someone else there that should be holding onto the ball instead of yourself. As we see the Auckland Grammar boys having a little bit of a hui in the middle of the field here. I'm sure they'll be pulling out one of the plays from the playbook that they will have been planning for a fair while now.
Short side, no, faked it short side, come back to the middle. checked his first pass. Great defence. The number 11 from Whangarei Boys High School, Jack Saunders. Not only going and shut the link, he got back out to the long ball, defending the winger.
The first right to left we've seen in a while. Not paying off for them, but it's good to see the boys being able to pass both ways.
We're used to seeing the short check for those extra yards that time. Missing 2. Long ball all the way over to the winger. Good momentum. Toko Tito set things up with his normal partner in crime, Whangarei, the number 10. Really, really good set. Obviously no touchdown. Auckland Grammar very, very dominant on the scoreboard. Good set there.
And it's just good, as we've seen, we've spoken about many times, it's just the relentless attitude that all teams have come out onto this field with. And no matter the time, as we see, 1:20 left, Whangarei boys still able to cause turnovers, still being an absolute headache for this Auckland Grammar side.
Here we see Toko Tito. I hope he stays. I hope the dynamic duo stay. Looks like Whangarei going into dummy half. Just into the last minute of the game, Sean. It'd be great to see Whangarei put together something.
Yeah, they have been looking threatening for the majority of the game here. As we see them go into a 33 plant, they might look to find Tito on the outside. A late cut, well defended there by Crone.
Who was that lightning runner running around the back door then from the sub-box?
I think a winger was missed his assignment, coming a little bit later into the match there.
30 seconds to go on the last game of our live stream here for day 2 at the 2023 Bunnings Warehouse Secondary School Touch Nationals here in Rotorua. As we see Auckland Grammar, they haven't put the cue in the rack. There's our man, Williamson Yates. He's played in the middle, he's played at the link, and now he finds himself out on the wing.
And just in the dying seconds there, desperate to get one more try. Here we are no, here maka whakamua forward pass as we hear the final hooter. Whangarei boys looking to close this game out. The final touch made no reira i te whānau kua oti, wā mātou mahi i tēnei rā. Ki ngā whakahaere me ngā whakataitai kia haumaru, tā koutou hoki ngā ki o koutou kāinga, tēnā koutou ngā kaimātakitaki tā koutou tūhono mai. No reira, tēnā koutou nohoa ora mai.